Imagine a place where the secrets of an ancient civilization are carved into living rock, where every shadow hides a tale of divine power, mystery, and even betrayal. Welcome to the Valley of the Kings, the legendary necropolis of Egypt's New Kingdom. Today we're peeling back centuries of sand and stone to reveal mysteries that still baffle archaeologists and historians alike. This is the Valley of the Kings, secrets still unveiled. Hidden behind the majestic cliffs on the west bank of the Nile near modern-day Luxor, lies a labyrinth of rock-cut tombs, built to safeguard the souls of pharaohs for eternity. Yet, even after decades of exploration, new discoveries continue to rewrite history. Unopened chambers, unidentified tombs, and even the lost resting places of forgotten kings are waiting to tell their stories. And what if I told you that the most significant royal find in over 100 years, an untouched tomb of a king thought to be lost forever, was just announced? Stay tuned, because today we're diving deep into the secrets of the Valley of the Kings. The Valley of the Kings, known to the ancient Egyptians as Wadi al-Muluk, or the Valley of the Gates of the Kings, is situated on the west bank of the Nile, opposite the ancient city of Thebes, today's Luxor. Carved into the rugged cliffs and hidden beneath the arid desert sky, this necropolis served as the royal burial ground for pharaohs of the 18th, 19th, and 20th dynasties during Egypt's New Kingdom, spanning roughly 1539 BC to 1075 BC. Unlike the towering pyramids of the Old Kingdom, these tombs were intricately hidden within the natural landscape, a deliberate choice driven by both religious symbolism and practical security. The location on the west bank of the Nile was no accident. The setting sun symbolized death and rebirth, making it the ideal resting place for those who would join the gods in the afterlife. The story of the Valley of the Kings begins in the New Kingdom, a period marked by immense wealth, artistic achievement, and a fervent belief in the afterlife. Pharaohs of this era wanted their final abodes to be hidden away from the eyes of potential tomb robbers. They constructed elaborate tombs deep within the hills, using techniques that allowed them to adapt to the natural contours of the limestone bedrock. Over time, as successive pharaohs added their own tombs, the valley became a sprawling underground city of death and ritual. Early tombs were relatively simple, often consisting of a single chamber. But as the religious and political stakes grew, so did the complexity of the tombs. Elaborate corridors, multiple chambers, and intricately decorated burial halls were designed not only to house the mortal remains of the pharaohs, but also to guide them on their journey to eternal life. Texts like the Book of the Dead, the Book of Gates, and the Amduat were inscribed on walls, magical spells meant to secure safe passage through the perilous underworld. Each tomb in the Valley of the Kings is a masterpiece of ancient engineering and artistry. The typical layout begins with a descending corridor, a symbolic journey into the depths of the underworld. This leads to a series of chambers, antechambers for funerary goods, and finally, the burial chamber where the pharaoh's sarcophagus was placed. Architects of antiquity had to contend with the natural challenges of the landscape. The rock was not uniform. Layers of hard limestone interspersed with softer marl and shale meant that no two tombs were identical. In some cases, builders had to alter the original plans to adapt to the shifting terrain. In others, natural features such as waterfalls and flash floods posed serious threats. Many tombs were partially or wholly buried by debris from ancient flash floods, a fate that, paradoxically, sometimes preserved their contents from looters. Modern archaeologists use cutting-edge technology, like ground-penetrating radar, to peer beneath layers of sand and rock. These surveys have not only confirmed what ancient explorers had long suspected, that there are still hidden chambers waiting to be discovered, but they have also revealed anomalies that could indicate entirely new tomb complexes. Despite over 2 centuries of exploration, the Valley of the Kings continues to hold secrets that defy explanation. Many tombs were looted in antiquity, but in some cases, evidence suggests that parts of these tombs, entire chambers and corridors, remain unopened. Could there be rooms filled with untouched treasures, or even the remains of a long-forgotten pharaoh, waiting silently beneath the shifting sands? Take, for example, the much-debated case of Tutankhamun's tomb. While the discovery of KV-62 in 1922 by Howard Carter revealed one of the most complete royal tombs ever found, recent imaging scans hint at the possibility of hidden spaces behind its walls. Researchers have argued over whether these phantom chambers are mere artifacts of natural cracks in the rock, or evidence of additional, purpose-built rooms that remain sealed to this day. Then there are tombs like KV63 and KV64, once thought to be simple embalming caches or storage rooms, but now recognized as more complex than originally assumed. KV64, for instance, was discovered in 2011 and later excavated by a team from the University of Basel. It contained the burial of a priestess, named Bastet, yet also revealed fragments of an earlier 18th dynasty interment that hints at an unknown royal connection. Perhaps the most sensational mystery is the recent discovery of a tomb that could belong to King Thutmose II. For over a century, the burial place of this elusive pharaoh had evaded scholars. Although his mummified remains were identified in the Deir el-Bahri royal cache in the 1880s, his original tomb was never found until now. British archaeologist Piers Litherland and his team have spent more than a decade scouring the remote valleys near Luxor. In February 2025, they announced the discovery of a rock-cut tomb with a painted ceiling featuring scenes from the Amduat, a text reserved only for kings. Initially mistaken for a royal wife's tomb due to its unusual location, further excavation revealed fragments bearing Thutmose II's name. This is the first royal tomb to be discovered in over 100 years, Litherland reportedly exclaimed, bursting into tears upon the realization that he had found a missing piece of Egypt's storied past. Yet, the mystery deepens. While the tomb's architecture and inscriptions clearly designate it as royal, the actual remains of Thutmose II were nowhere to be found. Evidence suggests that shortly after his burial, the tomb may have flooded, forcing his mummy and most funerary goods to be relocated. The discovery of Thutmose II's tomb challenges long-held assumptions about the layout and use of the necropolis. It forces us to ask, if a major royal tomb could remain hidden for millennia, what other secrets are still buried deep within these hills? No discussion of the Valley of the Kings would be complete without addressing its darker side. Nearly every tomb in this vast necropolis has suffered the ravages of time and human greed. Tomb robbers have plundered the riches of countless pharaohs, sometimes even leaving behind chilling signs of curses and mysterious misfortunes. After the discovery of Tutankhamun's nearly intact tomb in 1922, stories of a curse quickly took hold. Some claimed those who disturbed the resting place of the young king would suffer terrible fates, a belief reinforced by the untimely deaths of several expedition members, including Lord Carnarvon. While modern science has debunked supernatural explanations, these tales continue to captivate our imagination and add a macabre lure to the sight. But the curse is only one part of the mystery. Many tombs were deliberately emptied in antiquity, either by tomb robbers or by priests reassigning mummies during times of political upheaval. In some cases, evidence suggests that even royal tombs were modified post-burial. Hidden chambers were sealed off or repurposed for later burials, as happened during the turbulent Third Intermediate Period. For instance, Theodore Davis, an early 20th century American sponsor of excavations in the valley, once declared that the valley was exhausted. Yet, his own digs eventually led to the unearthing of KV54, an embalming cache connected to Tutankhamun, and even hinted at the presence of additional hidden spaces. Such findings remind us that the valley's history is far from complete, and that every layer of debris might conceal another secret waiting to be unlocked. The exploration of the Valley of the Kings has been an evolving saga. From the early adventures of Giovanni Belzoni and Richard Wilkinson in the 19th century, to the groundbreaking discoveries of Howard Carter in the early 20th century, each generation has contributed new chapters to this epic tale. Modern archaeology has taken a quantum leap with technology. Researchers now use high-resolution ground-penetrating radar, 3D mapping, and even drone footage to survey the landscape. These techniques have not only confirmed known tombs, but also revealed anomalies, suggesting the existence of hidden corridors and undiscovered chambers. Recent finds like KV64, which initially masqueraded as a minor storage room, have demonstrated how even the most unassuming structures can turn out to be integral pieces of Egypt's royal puzzle. Moreover, international collaborations between Egyptian authorities and research institutions worldwide have reinvigorated the field. Joint missions, such as the British-Egyptian project that uncovered the tomb of Thutmose II, combine decades of field expertise with state-of-the-art technology. These efforts not only help us fill in the missing chapters of history, but also ensure that these fragile relics are preserved for future generations. Behind every carved wall and every hieroglyph lies a human story. Stories of power, loss, ambition, and mystery. The Valley of the Kings was not merely a burial ground. It was a stage upon which the drama of life and death was eternally played out. Consider King Tutankhamun, who ascended to the throne as a mere child, and whose short reign was marked by turmoil and transformation. His tomb, though small in scale, was filled with the lavish trappings of royal life: golden masks, exquisite jewelry, and ceremonial chariots. Yet, it is the enigmatic aura of his story, a life cut tragically short, a curse that has haunted popular imagination, that continues to fascinate us. Then there's the story of the unknown princesses and nobles, individuals whose names have been lost to time, but who left behind tangible evidence of their existence in fragments of canopic jars, delicate textiles, and even the remnants of personal coffins. Every artifact discovered in a tomb is a silent testament to the person it once served, an echo of a life lived in a time where death was not an end, but a transition into eternity. Modern discoveries continue to shine light on these personal histories. For instance, the recent excavations of KV-40 and KV-64 have unearthed remains and inscriptions that hint at the lives of royal children and court women. Voices from the past that add depth and nuance to our understanding of ancient Egyptian society. The allure of the Valley of the Kings extends far beyond the realm of academic curiosity. It has become a cornerstone of Egypt's cultural identity and a magnet for tourism. Each discovery, from the glittering treasures of Tutankhamun to the newly uncovered tomb of Thutmose II, not only deepens our understanding of ancient history, but also fuels the modern economy. The Grand Egyptian Museum in Cairo, now poised to open its massive galleries, will eventually house tens of thousands of artifacts, from Tutankhamun's golden mask to the relics of Queen Nefertari. While the pharaohs may lie in eternal slumber in their hidden tombs, their legacy continues to live on in the art, architecture, and stories that captivate millions of visitors each year. For modern Egyptians, the valley is not just a relic of the past, it's a powerful symbol of national pride, resilience, and the enduring mystery of human history. Every new find is celebrated as a reminder that even after millennia, the past still has secrets to share. The discoveries of the Valley of the Kings have sparked endless debates among historians and archaeologists. How exactly were these tombs constructed? Why did some tombs remain untouched for millennia, while others were systematically looted? And what of the hidden chambers? Are they deliberate features designed to thwart tomb robbers, or were they accidental byproducts of flood damage and shifting rock? One particularly contentious theory revolves around the possibility of secret, unopened chambers behind the walls of some famous tombs. Advanced imaging techniques have revealed anomalies in places like Tutankhamun's tomb, leading some researchers to suggest that additional burial spaces may lie hidden within the rock. Could these rooms still harbor lost treasures, or even the remains of unknown royals? Although definitive evidence is still lacking, the mere possibility has ignited a wave of renewed exploration. Then there is the question of the lost pharaohs. The discovery of Thutmose II's tomb, long considered one of Egypt's missing pieces, has forced scholars to re-examine the dynastic record. Some Egyptologists now speculate that there are other royal tombs still waiting to be found, possibly containing the remains of kings whose names have been scrubbed from history by later rulers. The concept of royal damnatio memoria, the deliberate erasure of a ruler's name, adds another layer of intrigue, as we may yet discover more evidence of pharaohs who were intentionally forgotten. Looking ahead, the future of exploration in the Valley of the Kings is as promising as it is unpredictable. With the advent of more sophisticated technology and international collaborative projects, we may finally answer questions that have haunted the field for over 2 centuries. Will we unlock the secrets of the unopened chambers? Can we finally identify the forgotten royals whose tombs have been hidden by time and nature? Only time and careful excavation will tell. The Valley of the Kings remains one of the world's greatest archaeological enigmas, a sprawling repository of art, ritual, and royal ambition. From its origins as the ultimate royal necropolis of Egypt's New Kingdom, to the modern-day technological quests that promise to unearth even more hidden secrets, this ancient site continues to fascinate and confound us. Every carved hieroglyph, every fresco, and every debris-strewn corridor is a testament to a time when life, death, and the divine were inextricably linked. The pharaohs who once ruled this land believed that by burying themselves among the gods, they could achieve immortality. And while many of their treasures have been plundered or lost to the sands of time, the legacy they left behind still resonates with a power that defies centuries. What is it about the Valley of the Kings that continues to captivate our collective imagination? Perhaps it is the mystery of the unopened, secret chambers that still lurk in the darkness, or the tantalizing possibility that unknown pharaohs, once erased from history, may yet be rediscovered. It is the promise that even in a place as thoroughly studied as this, there is always more to learn, more secrets to unearth, more stories waiting to be told. As we stand at the crossroads of history and modern discovery, the Valley of the Kings beckons us to look beyond the surface, to question, to explore, and to embrace the mystery of the past. Every new excavation, every innovative scan, and every fresh interpretation of ancient texts brings us one step closer to understanding the incredible civilization that built these tombs. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you found today's exploration as fascinating as we did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to History Unveiled, and ring the bell to get notified of our next deep dive into the mysteries of our past. What do you think lies behind those sealed walls? Could there be a tomb still untouched by modern hands, filled with secrets that have waited millennia to be heard? Let us know in the comments below. Archaeological. We'd also love to hear your theories about the lost pharaohs and the hidden chambers. Share your thoughts, and let's spark a conversation that bridges the gap between ancient history and our modern quest for knowledge. The story of the Valley of the Kings is far from over. With each passing year, new technologies and renewed enthusiasm for Egyptology promise more discoveries that will continue to reshape our understanding of one of history's greatest civilizations. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, history is always waiting to be uncovered.